The Audi A8 is the flagship luxury sedan from the Four Rings. Since 1994, it has mesmerized the world by mixing simple yet beautiful designs, perfectly mixed with comfort and luxury all in one car. No wonder why it has been so popular worldwide in its 5 generations. I have already done an episode about the mighty S8 D5, but this time we are jumping into the normal 5th generation facelifted Audi A8. Especially since I have got so many requests to do something about this very model of the luxury icon. So, let us do this. Welcome to Auditography. I have been a photo and videographer for the brand for over 20 years. I am a collector of some very unique 4-ringed icons myself, and I have also made the viral movie Speak Up for Audi. That led me to even meet the CEO, and many people high up in the company are my friends. The 4 Rings is my lifestyle. Join me here in this new emotional video. The first generation Audi A8 was introduced in 1994, with the D2 generation stunning the world with its aluminum space frame. Until this very day, the car is extremely loved by enthusiasts and collectors. The D2 was a successor of Audi's V8 model, which served as the first ever flagship luxury sedan from the 4 Rings. It laid the groundwork for everything that followed, and had its production from 1988 to 1993. The second generation of the A8 was the D3 between 2002 and 2009. The D3 is mostly known for its many appearances in the Transporter movies. The successor that came after was the D4 in years 2009 to 2017. That is counted even today as the greatest generation ever. And with all the right, cause it was amazing. This 5th generation, the D5, debuted in 2017 and later on got a facelift in 2022. The car that features in this video is the final facelift version of the D5 platform. Audi announced a while ago that they had no plans for a 6th generation A8, and I also stated that fact in my goodbye to the Audi S8 a few months ago. Things have changed since, and Audi reverted on that decision and promised that the D6 is indeed coming in a few years. That is some fresh news in a world overflowing with SUVs. The car right here is the 2026 Audi A8L, where the L stands for Lang and basically means long wheelbase. Featuring here is the 60 TFSIe version, which is the first ever plug-in hybrid A8, and debuted in the D5 generation. This facelift D5 is equipped with a 3-liter turbocharged V6 TFSI connected to an electric motor. The total system output is a very respectable 462 horses and 700 Newton-meters of torque. That power makes this huge luxury limo with a weight of 2,340 kilos accelerate to 100 kilometers per hour in under 5 seconds. It features a 17.9 kilowatt-hour battery, which makes it possible to drive in electric mode only for 60 kilometers. That may not sound like much, but do remember that this technology is a few years old now, and hybrid evolution have moved a lot since. The D5.5 A8 hybrid has an 8-speed Tiptronic gearbox, and the top speed is limited to 250 kilometers per hour, as always in these cars. The Audi A8 has always had a subtle yet beautiful design. The D5 had some big shoes to fill after the amazing previous generations. For many, it was never really on the level of its predecessors in terms of design, but looking at it now, it's not so bad at all. Mostly because of the utterly hopeless and weird designs of new cars of today. This facelifted D5 still looks like an Audi and has proper Audi DNA. The badging is iconic with proper chrome full model definition, just as it has always been. It's what happened after the D5 that gave us all a headache. I mean, just look at that quattro badge shining bright and proud in the front grille. Identity. The chrome details of this very car is so iconic and creates contrast since it's a dark colored body. Today it's black, black and black everywhere. Have people completely lost taste? The D5 facelift headlights look very similar to an Audi A3 for example, while the pre-facelifted ones looked more unique. And of course we all wish that they gave the taillights a proper facelift design, but for the first time ever, they didn't do that. The hidden exhaust on a luxury car like this is forgiven, but it would be lovely to actually see them properly, wouldn't it? Looking at this car, especially in the beautiful golden hour, you can see how well it has aged and still looks so much better than any new cars of today. I mean, just these iconic Audi logos in 3D is enough to put a big smile on your face. Jumping inside to the A8L is a reminder that Audi were always ahead of the competition when it came to the interiors. So that's why it's so heartbreaking that they no longer are. Just as with my tribute films to the C8 platform RS6, RS7 and RSQ8, which have very similar interiors, I feel so home here. But let me first say that the predecessor, the D4 platform, still had the best interior quality and design and will probably remain the best Audi interior ever made. The D5 is great, it sure is. Despite not having physical climate control buttons, the screen next to your hand on the lovely gear shifter always worked. It was cleverly designed and easy to use, compared to the utter headache of Audi's latest touchscreen heavy interiors. In the D5, the quality is still there. Beautiful steering wheel is right there in front of you, reminding you of Audi's identity. Yes, in this generation there is an unnecessary overload of piano black, which reflects and leaves marks everywhere. The instrument cluster is so good. It reminded me of how easy it is to use and how much of a headache the new ones are. This was the last proper infotainment system before Audi completely lost their mind. In the back seats of this long wheelbase is really where you feel like a boss. There is so much space and the luxury is really all that you need. The attention to details is something you feel under your fingers in every surface, every button. Gosh, I miss that in the new cars, which are just full of screens. The interior of this D5 generation A8 brings out a smile on your face, because you get reminded that one of the best assets of an Audi was the interior. This D5 facelift Audi A8L is probably one of the most comfortable cars I've ever driven. It's so smooth, silent, and yet so responsive and quick. The almost 500 horses hybrid drivetrain really works well here. The four-wheel drive steering and air suspension adapts to your driving all the time, and it feels like you're floating and not driving. You don't feel its weight at all, and that's one of the best assets of the car. The turbocharged V6 TFSI was always a great engine. We've seen it in, for example, in S4s, S5 and SQ5s. But here, with the additional electric motor for quicker response, it really improves the performance even more. And of course, cruising in full electric mode is always a relaxing matter for sure. So this A8 can satisfy you if you want to have fun driving, or in long distance trips when you are the one sitting and chilling in the back seat. The D5 generation 2026 Audi A8L is in its absolute final year of its cycle. But it's also the last car that truly feels like an Audi inside and out. Yes, the platform is 10 years old and it's a long time. Some of the tech in it might feel dated for some, but not for me. It has got all that I would need in a luxury limo. It comes from a time where Audi still built the best interiors, and that is such an important thing here. I feel at home, I feel proud and I feel the identity when I drive it, when I look at it, or when I sit in it. It still looks like a typical, understated but beautiful Audi, and that brings a smile on your face. No matter how you look at it, it's still a damn good car. As I previously mentioned, unlike earlier expectations, Audi has now stated that an A8 successor has been approved and is planned for later this decade, although it has not yet been revealed what form it will take. So if you are considering buying the D5 A8, now is the last opportunity to do so. Don't wait, because it's only downhill after this. Thank you for watching.